Hello, Capricorn. This is your reading for the week of December 15th, and the guides are working with me today at my request by giving 3 key cards and then going from there. This will not be for everybody, obviously, in the Capricorn collective, and it could be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or a lot in your chart. So Capricorn, what I get is this. I get the struggle card. All right. And as I'm reading that card, and then you get discipline, and then you get choose kind. So I'll show you each one of the cards, but what I'm really being drawn to as I look at this card, I'm being directed to say to you that whatever you've been struggling with emotionally, and it feels, I didn't know I was going to say that, whatever you've been struggling with emotionally is something that you're being asked to step away from. And this is where some of the discipline comes in. The discipline card, it involves setting guidelines for yourself and choosing to follow through with them. So it sets your task as a priority, which says to me, in this combination, it's going to be really, really valuable for you to notice that when you're in a state of struggle, even if it's only in your thinking, you're expending an awful lot of energy. And usually you don't get commensurate results with that, okay? So basically, you're putting a lot of energy into something that's not really giving you the results you want. So it's asking you to look at where are you struggling right now emotionally in your own life, and notice that that can be kind of like an unconscious and habitual way of thinking and of doing things, of processing, a mechanism of your mind, if you will. And they're asking you to notice that when you can step away from that struggle thinking, that overthinking, that going on and on and on in your heads trying to figure it out, when you can walk away from it, even just mentally for a little while, that's when the nervous system softens, and that's when you start getting an understanding and answers that you wouldn't have normally gotten when you were in a state of struggle or resistance. The discipline card is really talking about committing to the idea of getting out of the struggle thoughts and the struggle feelings. And that when you are working with this, when you find it difficult to do that, it's really good to have some kind of protocol set up. This is not in the cards specifically, but this is what I'm getting, that it would be very good for you to have a protocol so you can go like pattern interrupt, right? So it's like, oh, there, I'm doing it again. So now what am I going to do in this moment to self-correct? Well, that's where the choose kind card comes in. That's where you just wrap yourself up in love and in kindness and say to yourself, look at me, look at what I'm doing again. I can do that differently now, okay? So the discipline part, again, it's not meant to be harsh. This is actually disciplining you to be kind to yourself, to be kind and to be receptive and to be willing to get out of any struggle that you're in now or any pattern of struggling that you've been in, pattern of struggle. And it really does feel like I have to go a little further because it really feels like it's very much about how you're looking at your own evolution and your own emotional intelligence, that there may be a tendency for you to undervalue yourself, underestimate what you've done, and not give yourself credit for what you have done. Not giving yourself, because I feels like the struggle is like an internal struggle about how you're seeing and dealing with yourself and your emotions. So again, choose kind and set yourself up something that you do so that you notice when you're so that you're more inclined to Okay, you will be a lot more inclined to catch yourself in it now because you've listened to this, so it's already present in your mind. Now set a discipline so that when you catch yourself in that, you act lovingly. What is the loving thing you're going to do? It might be something simple. Like if you're in a boardroom or, out in public, you're not necessarily going to jump up and down and go, woohoo, I caught myself, because that's something you could celebrate that way, but you can go. And in your mind, good girl. Good fella, good person, smarty pants, oh yay. Whatever it is for you, but to acknowledge it, to be kind with it, and to understand this is really powerful to be able to do this. Using whatever techniques you're going to use to get yourself out of that habitual struggle now, you're intervening on so many levels. You're intervening on the chemicals, on the neuropathology of it. You're actually changing your physiology when you do this one thing. So this is really powerful, really, really powerful. And I leave you with that. Thank you, Capricorn. Take care.